Welcome, everyone. I have been working for some time on uh, kind of making a longer series for myself uh, to sort of play like give myself an opportunity to play Nuzlocke essentially. And for about like a couple months now, I've been doing a playthrough of Leaf Green as a Nuzlocke. Um, but I have officially decided to kind of just kick it in the head for a few different reasons. The biggest is that I've kind of gotten past the point where a lot of the allure of Leaf Green is still present. Um, we've gotten past most of the major gyms. I know the Elite Four is a big thing, but um, grinding up for the Elite Four is it's a process. Um, but the other big thing is that I um, because of Twitch like switch over things and stuff like that. I lost a few of the VODs the um, for the Leaf Green playthrough. So although I do like I want to be able to put all the stuff on YouTube and keep it saved over here on Twitch, although that's seeming like less and less of a possibility. Um, but it's kind of hard to be like, oh, here's the full VOD for the Leaf Green playthrough when like giant chunks from the middle are just completely gone now. I cannot get them back. So that's this part 2. And part 3 is that that Leaf Green Nuzlocke was supposed to be part of like a bigger playthrough of the entire franchise, essentially, starting from the very first regions and ending up wherever Pokemon is most recently at the time, whether that's Gen 10, if that comes out by the time I get there, or wherever that may be, essentially. But until recently, I haven't had a good, complete sense of what that is going to end up looking like. Because I bounced around a few different ideas of how I want to connect these gens together, how I wanted them to kind of fit together, this and that, the other thing. I didn't have a full, clear idea of that by the time I started the Leaf Green playthroughs. But I now have a more complete picture of what that will look like, what the full playthrough will look like. And frankly, I can do Kanto region without having to play Leaf Green. We'll get into that in a second, but I kind of made the realization that like I'll be going through Kanto again later anyways. The way that I want to run the wider run isn't super compatible with playing Kanto fully in and of itself twice. Just a lot of different things. So moving forward, we're going to be doing a different, longer run. But we're going to kind of push Kanto, specifically Leaf Green, off to the side. We're going to pretend that that's elsewhere. Maybe I'll eventually go back and finish that run through, but it was basically getting to the point where like the major challenges were done, and all of the challenges coming up were challenges that I didn't really want to grind for, especially when that whole playthrough was not really, it was not necessarily fully compatible with what I wanted to do with the bigger run. But I hear you asking, hey Northern, what is this larger run you're talking about? What the hell do you mean? And that is where I need to introduce the concept of a NationLocke. Essentially my attempt to play through Pokemon in a way that is challenging to me in ways that I enjoy and not challenging to me in ways that I don't enjoy. It's my attempt to basically present a challenge that I don't think has really been done, so that I can say I made this, I was the one that created this, and then copyright it forever. But yeah, so I had sort of a couple overlapping things that I wanted to do. So for one, I wanted to do a larger playthrough of all the different regions, because there's so many like ways to connect each of the games. And I like the idea of like having this big collection at the end of like, oh, here's all the Pokemon I've had through all these different things. Here's the one that got me through this gym ages ago, and the ones that got me through this gym ages and ages ago. And I think that'd be cool. And secondly, I enjoy Nuzlocks. I enjoy the thrill of, you know, the possibility of failure and the challenges that are present. The fact that it forces you to kind of play in a very different way. So, solution: play a bunch of Nuzlocks in sequential order. But although I think it would probably be perfectly fine to just play and stream each of the Nuzlocks, just do a Nuzlocke of Leaf Green, and then of SoulSilver, and then of Emerald, and so on and so forth. I wanted them to be connected. I wanted them to be some overarching challenge. I wanted there to be something, right? And I talked to a few different people. I bounced around the Nuzlocke subreddit quite a bit. I talked to a few people about the idea of connecting a bunch of playthroughs. And a lot of them didn't really appeal to me. I saw a few people talking about, I think it's called the NationLocke, where when you finish the Nuzlocke for 1 gen, you use your final champions in egg form as your starting set for the next Nuzlocke. But I think a lot of the challenge of a Nuzlocke is that very early game where you don't really have a lot of options and you have to kind of work with what you have. And just it's starting off immediately with a team that's presumably going to have some pretty good. It's presumably going to have some pretty good type coverage, and you're pretty much all set. Even if they are all level 1 again, that seems a little bit too easy. And there was a couple other ideas that were kind of bounced around, but over the course of doing the Leaf Green run, I sort of started off with an idea and then fine-tuned it a bit, and I think I now have what I believe will be a very fun playthrough. So, bigger solution, NationLocke or NationLocke. I've kind of bounced between the two. I think I'm going to stick with NationLocke. Here we're gonna NationLocke. I bounce back and forth on the name of it, but basically we're going to be playing through each region, not necessarily each gen. I am going to use those terms interchangeably a bunch. I know that they're not technically the same. I know that gen is referring to the generation of the console that it was on, and the regions are separate. I understand that there are regions that appear across multiple gens, hence why we are doing Kanto in essentially Gen 4. But I am probably going to use them interchangeably because people know what I mean. But basically, we're going to play through each of the regions sequentially, or more or less sequentially. We're going to this is going to be a little bouncy around. You'll see. And the end goal is to end up filling as much of the national decks as possible. At the end of this entire run, we want to be able to have look at our national decks and be like, wow, we have tons and tons and tons of Pokemon lines. So to do that, we're going to have two different layers of rulings. Regional rules and national rules. So, regional rules. Basically just normal Nuzlocke rule set. Only catch the first Pokemon per route. Nickname all the Pokemon. Duplicates cannot be caught, even if the previous iteration is dead. So if I catch a Pidgey in Route 2, I cannot catch a Pidgey for the rest of that game's run. If it faints, it's gone for good. And I'm going to be running each of these games through the randomizer, not to actually randomize anything, but to just do things like turning off impossible evos and a few other quality of life things. Basically because I want to be able to make the full use of each Pokemon. I don't want to have to deal with trying to figure out how to trade on an emulator and stuff like that. That's too much work, frankly. I'm also going to have two other slight variations on established rules. For one, any static or guaranteed Pokemon are going to be separate from their route/area. So things like the Eevee that you inevitably get in every game, the egg that you inevitably get in every game, any Pokemon that are like the Pseudo-Wudo in SoulSilver, things like that are they are a set spot, they are going to be considered different from their areas. And that's going to be important because of what's going to be happening on the national level. And then there's also going to be the ruling of national dupes. But Northern, you say, what the hell? What is national dupes? What does that mean? That's where we get to the national rules. So the what makes this bigger run unique is that we are tying a bunch of these games together. So once I finish a game, every Pokemon that is alive at the end of the game, both the Pokemon in my party and the Pokemon in my PC, are all going to be boxed. I originally wanted to sort of keep passing these Pokemon up through their generations, but the methods to do so are kind of convoluted, and frankly, there's not much point. I guess I could technically eventually put everything into Pokemon Home, but not really a purpose. But so they're going to be quote unquote boxed. A box Pokemon counts as one that I have for essentially for the any instance of dupes, even if I can't actively use it. So if I catch a Pidgey in Kanto and I keep it alive all the way until the end of the game, I cannot catch a Pidgey in any later game. Since dead Pokemon don't end up being boxed, they're not alive at the end, they don't get boxed, I will be able to catch a dead Pokemon later on. So if I catch a Pidgey in Kanto, and that Pidgey dies partway through, the next game I can still potentially catch a Pidgey. Which means that because there are a lot of Pokemon that appear across a lot of generations, there's a good chance that I will be able to make up for any losses. If there's anything that's lost along the way that I want to be able to get back later, I'll be able to do that. And then at the end, once I get however far I end up being able to get, because I don't know starting out now if I'm going to be able to get all the way to Gen 9 before I get sick of the idea. But at the end, I will go through and I will tally up however many Pokemon lines there are, and how many I've captured, and I will get a score out of that, basically a percentage, and then, I don't know, give myself a letter grade or something. And that will be the score for that run. And the idea is we want to do as best as we can. We want to end up with as much of the national decks filled as possible. Because obviously it's a little bit complicated to deal with, catching a Rattata in one gen and then catching Eradicate in another gen and trying to balance all those things. It isn't going to be how many individual Pokemon, it's going to be how many of those lines we can get. So that's going to bring in things like trying to focus on catching certain Pokemon that only appear in one specific region or are harder to get in later regions, or trying to make sure certain Pokemon don't die, or not using stuff like, each region's mammal as death fodder, because sure, I could let a Rattata die in Kanto, but if that Rattata dies, then when's the next time I can get a Rattata? Probably pretty quickly, because it's Rattata, but I also hope that this will make the later gens a lot more interesting. Because right now, I've heard that Sun and Moon do pose a decent challenge, Nuzlocke-wise. But from what I'm given to understand, pretty much everything after Gen 4 and 5, not particularly difficult. But I imagine it will get a lot more difficult once I'm getting to, Scarlet and Violet and X and Y and all that. Because those Pokemon aren't in as many regions, I'm hoping that that'll give me a little bit of an extra challenge, especially because there will probably be a lot less Pokemon I can catch by that point. Obviously, by like X and Y, a lot of encounters, a lot of routes and stuff like that are going to have very few encounters that I can actually get because, again, the Droops Clause thing. I've also given myself what I'm going to call the Convenience Clause, which consists of two parts. Firstly, any divergent evolutions will count as separate Pokemon for the purposes of the national rules. So that means any Pokemon that has multiple final stage evolutions, each of those final stages will count as essentially a separate line. So what that means is, like, say for example, I catch a Gardevoir in Emerald. In later gens, I can catch a Ralts for the specific purposes of getting a Gallade. But I can't turn that Ralts into a Gardevoir. So if I find a Ralts that is not capable of becoming a Gardevoir, or a Gallade rather, it's just off the table. I'm hoping that that'll both mean that I have more options to play around with in later gens. It also means that it's a little bit more interesting, because then I have to actively think about the different divergent lines and how we can make those happen and what we can do to achieve those things. I will also basically not be taking starters into account. That's partially because obviously starters are a lot more complicated to get when you're just going through each gen. I know that some of the later gens give you a few different times to get different starters, like SoulSilver you can get the Kanto starters, and in X and Y you can get the Kanto starters and all that, but I don't really want to be trying to. I don't want to have to like specifically try to decide like when I'm going to get a Bulbasaur 10 games down the line. Starters just don't exist as far as the national dex is concerned. What that does mean is that any starters that I get to survive through the game fully, they won't really count towards my national total. But it also won't hurt it. Which does technically mean that in certain circumstances, my starter might become death fodder. But I don't see that as being like, I don't think that's going to be a massive thing. So this is the set of rules we're working with. We're basically taking all the games, we're smashing them together. We're doing one probably very long playthrough. I don't foresee this becoming, assuming that it does like play well and that it works pretty functionally. I don't see this becoming a super popular alternative because it is playing through a lot of game time, but I think it'll be very interesting. So as I said before, playing through Leaf Green kind of posed a challenge because I don't really want to play through each original gen. I don't want to touch Gen 1 and 2 directly at all, just because those were very jank. So what that means is that Gen... Sounds really sadistic, I love it. Yes, thank you, Eli. Because I don't really want to play Gen 2 directly, I will be playing the Gen 2 remakes, SoulSilver / Heart Gold, specifically SoulSilver. And because I do like the idea of doing the Kanto region there, trying to do Leaf Green and then transitioning over into SoulSilver would be a pain in the ass with this rule set because it isn't going to pop up on screen, but Eli is yelling, yes, the go in the chat. That's, yes, good. That's the energy. I don't want... it basically means that like, the entirety of the Kanto region in SoulSilver would be inaccessible with this rule set, so we're just going to take Leaf Green. We're just gonna push it to the side. We're gonna pretend it doesn't exist. It's not there. But Northern, you ask, what does that mean for what you were going to be doing today? Well, I'm glad you asked, person who's able to now be seen in the chat because the overlay is back. We will be starting, as Pseudo mentioned. Hold on, I gotta time this perfectly so that it'll appear on screen. We'll be starting with SoulSilver. This was definitely because I spent a long time considering all the best possible ways to do this run. And definitely not just because I've been doing a randomized SoulSilver playthrough with a dear friend of mine, but I've just kind of like wanted to just play through the normal thing. And also stream my suffering for content. But yeah, let's bam. But yes, now that I'm done rambling and showing off PowerPoints like a complete and total nerd, how are you doing, Eli? Do not need any info. I am strong and powerful. Huh? What? Is it already that late? Oh no, I overslept. Sorry to keep you waiting. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Professor Oak, but everyone calls me the Pokemon Professor. Before we go any further, I'd like to tell you a few things you should know about this world. I'm making pizza, says Eli. Good choice. Pizza, good. I'm just gonna bump the volume up a little bit. I feel like it could be... Let me know if the audio sounds pretty balanced. I'm still trying to come to terms with like how OBS like scales its sound. It's weird. This world is widely inhabited by creatures known as Pokemon. We humans live alongside Pokemon as friends. At times we play together, and at other times we work together. Some people use their Pokemon to battle and develop closer bonds with them. I think it sounds pretty good right now. Okay, good. Now, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself? Are you a boy or are you a girl? Won't you tell me? Won't you please tell me? He sounds so desperate. He's like, please, just, what are you? Please let me know. Yes. Yes, I am. Please tell me your name. North. Your name is North? Yes. Are you ready? Your very own tale of grand adventure is about to unfold. Fun experiences, difficult experiences. There's so much waiting for you. Dreams, adventure. Let's go to the world. I'll see you later. I thought you were going to put North. I did consider it. If I didn't have to be stuck with that name for the entire game, I probably would have. I always wonder if that like little opening cutscene is supposed to be like a dream you're having the day that like you wake up and like before you get your starter, or if that's just like like when you're in the womb, he's like, hello, one day you're gonna have a grand adventure, let's go. Hi, North, you're finally awake. Your friend Lyra was just here. She was playing hide and seek with her Meryl. Oh, I almost forgot. Her acquaintance, Professor Elm, was looking for you. He said he had a favor to ask of you. You know where the lab is, right? It's right next door to us. By the way, do you have everything you need to go out? Here, use this bag to carry things. This is your trainer card. Here, you can save a record of your progress. These are also rather helpful. Just try touching the buttons and you know what to do in no time. Whew. Readjust my chair. I'm sitting weird. That was a cute little display. Who's that? Who this? Sir? So this is the famous Elm Pokemon Lab. What are you staring at? Okay. Sir? Hello? I'm not the professor. He's back. He's back. He's the back. My brain just like could not word. No word. He peeping. Hi, Norris. I've been waiting for you. Do you know anything about my research? As you know, Pokemon are carrying Pokeballs these days, but before the Pokeball was invented, people used to walk with Pokemon, just like your friend Lyra does. Pokeballs are great because you can carry many Pokemon, but walking with Pokemon must have some advantages. It could have something to do with how Pokemon grow or evolve. So I'm going to give you a Pokemon. Can you walk beside this Pokemon outside of its Pokeball to see if this brings any special feelings or bonds between Pokemon and people? The device over there has some Pokemon you could choose from. Oh hey, I got an email. Uh-huh. Okay. Hey, listen, I have this acquaintance that people call Mr. Pokemon. Oh, excuse me. He keeps finding weird things and raving about his discoveries. Anyway, I just got an email from him saying that this time it's real. It's probably another Pokemon egg, but we're still so busy with our Pokemon research. Wait, I know! You can go in our place, right? Can we count on you? You can choose one of the Pokemon over there. Thank you for asking me what I would like to do. I'm glad that I got to have my input. Touch a Pokeball to see what Pokemon is inside. So, although I haven't given a lot of long-term thought to the national rule set, I have thought a lot about the early game here, because there is a couple sort of middle to early game challenges that I'm already a little worried about. Including a gym leader that I very confidently claimed to Eli would be no problem at all. So I need to make sure it's not a problem. So with that in mind, I have already kind of planned out some of the early game. And that plan involves choosing Cyndaquil. You'll take Cyndaquil, the Fire-type Pokemon? North received Cyndaquil from Professor Elm. Now, bestest boy, yes. Now, crucially, Eli, I need a naming scheme for this game. Do you have any ideas? Because I could just do the same like all Dark Souls characters, but I feel like I've kind of gotten my fill of that between our randomized playthrough and the Leaf Green playthrough, and I could do Greek gods, but I always do Greek gods. I know food's been your thing for a while. I don't want to step on that too much. Colors, minerals. I don't know if I know enough colors. Unless I just start calling things beige. Minerals is a little better though. This what? How many? Space. Ooh. I can do a space theme. Botanical. I like the space theme. Okay. But space, I can work with that. There's enough that I can work with there. We'll call this Nebula. What do you think? You should name him Saffron? Is that what you named your Cyndaquil? Ooh, yes! Is Saffron like what you've... Do you have a Cyndaquil in your current playthrough that you named Saffron? Saffron was your shiny Cyndaquil. Ah! That is a good name for a Cyndaquil. I do like it. But for now, we will stick with our newly established theme. Is Nebula the nickname you want to give? Yes. Oh, look at the little sprite! Look at he! How do you like walking with your Pokemon? It's not bad, is it? You can take it all the way to Mr. Pokemon's house. If your Pokemon gets hurt, you should heal it with this machine. It's so easy to use. Just check the PC on my desk. Mr. Pokemon goes everywhere and finds rarities. His house is past Cherry Grove City. Go north, a little past Cherry Grove. I'm counting on you, North. There's too many uses of the word North in one sentence. North, I want you to have these to help you with your task. He just hands me a clock. Pokemon are weak in the beginning. Don't hesitate to use a potion if you think yours is in danger. That is the thing that I'm now realizing I forgot to add in the cutscene. North! So you picked a Cyndaquil. that's a cute Pokemon you have. When you walk with it, it'll become more friendly. You should turn and talk to it sometimes too. Oh, that's right. Why don't you show it to your mom? See ya. That is the other thing I didn't put in the regional rules, but in classic Nuzlocke fashion, it does not start until we get the Pokeballs. So if our rival show your Nebula to your mom, yeah. So if the rival whose name I totally am still trying to decide on what it'll be ends up beating my ass, it doesn't count. Mom, I got a little rat. Oh, North! That's a cute Pokemon you have. Professor Elm must have given it to you. Oh, Professor Elm has a task for you, you say? What kind of task? I see, that sounds a little difficult, but when somebody makes that kind of request of you, it must be important. Oh, that's right, I completely forgot. Your Pokegear came back from the repair shop. Here you go. I received the Pokegear. The Pokemon Gear, or Pokegear as it's often called, is what every trainer should have. Guess what? You can use the Pokegear to make a phone call, too. Do you remember how? Yep. Yes, you don't need to tell me. Just power on the Pokegear and touch the telephone button, excuse me. The names of the people you can call are automatically registered. Just select one to give him or her a call. Wow, I can't believe it's so easy to make a phone call. Okay. Gotta talk to everyone to make sure. Because I don't think there's any items you can get here, but I'm not certain. Yo, North! I heard Professor Elm discovered some new Pokemon. Yep. Hello. Pikachu is an evolved Pokemon. This fact was first discovered by Professor Elm. I was amazed by Professor Elm's findings. He's so famous for his research on Pokemon evolution. I wish I could be a researcher like him. Just do it. Coward. Sorry, excuse me, sir. Sorry, don't let me stop you or get in your way. Hi, North. Lyra's upstairs. She's playing games with her Pokemon as usual. Run in circle. My Meryl is super cute, but your Cyndaquil looks pretty good too, North. I don't know why it's lowercasing some of the Pokemon names and not others, but that's okay. Oh, your Pokemon is adorable. I wish I had one. Just, I don't know, talk to Professor Elm. He apparently gives them out for free. Wait 1 second! I almost completely forgot about this. Here, I'll give you my number. I'll call you if anything comes up. I'm so used to doing the randomized Nuzlocke that I keep being like, oh, it's time to go like wander through the grass and see what random Pokemon are here. I forget that it's gonna be just like, you know, Centret. Like, okay, it's time to go find Giratina or some shit. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Punch the rat with the big old tail. Stop identifying me, you weirdo. Stop looking! No more! He keep looking! With the peepers! So crucially, there are a couple routes where I need to make sure I get specific things. Ideally in Union Cave I'll be able to get a Geodude, and ideally in Azalea I will be able to get a Heracross. Through slight shenanigans. Whee! Do you see those ledges? It's scary to jump off of them, but you can go to New Bark Town without walking through tall grass. Let us go, Cyndaquil. Da 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 da. You're a rookie trainer, aren't you? I can tell. That's okay. Everyone is a rookie at some point. If you'd like, I can teach you a few things. Okay then, follow me. I didn't say yes. Let the record show. Well, he is a sentry, I guess. He got a look. I mean, yeah, that is part of the name, I guess. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot that you weren't wearing the running shoes. I'll try to go as slow as possible, so try keeping up. This is a Pokemon Center. They heal your Pokemon in no time at all. You'll be relying on them a lot, so you better learn about them. This is a Pokemon. They sell Pokeballs for catching wild Pokemon and other useful items. Route 30 is out this way. Trainers will be battling their Pokemon there. If you go a little farther, you'll see Pokemon, but Mr. Pokemon's house. This is the water. There's water here. Some Pokemon are found only in water. I don't know why I felt the need to explain the concept of the ocean to you, but you do look kind of dumb. Here, it's my house. For your effort keeping up with me, I'll give you my running shoes. They're still warm. Gotcha, didn't I? Don't worry, these are brand new. I had them hanging around just in case I found a small child. The instructions read, touch the sprint button on the touchscreen to sprint. It also says, hold the B button down to sprint. Okay. Hello. When you're with Pokemon, going anywhere is fun. True. The moon? The sea? Pokemon gain experience in battle and change their form. I heard that each Pokemon has its own nature and has something to do with Pokemon stats. Oh yeah, I should check on what our nature for dear old Nebula is. Somewhat of a clown. We're made for each other. Ups attack, lower special defense. That's not great. It's actually kind of sucks. This is Gen 4, so there is the special physical split, but lower special defense is not that's not great. We should stop at the Poke Center. I won't worry too much about buying potions because we're not going to be battling a whole lot before the... Well, we're going to fight a little bit, but we don't need to worry about like super leveling before the rival fight. And I also don't want Cyndaquil to be too powerful. It is pretty important that we get encounters. Oh hey! Hey! I made it! I forgot about one thing. This is another token for me. Take it. Here's a map card. Select the Pokegear on the touchscreen and then select the town map icon. You'll see the map of the region you're currently in. The Pokegear becomes more useful as you add cards. I wish you luck on your journey. Bye! Well, Flame Wheel will be good at least. I think this is first fire move after Embers and Cyndaquil learns, and it's physical. Yeah. Yeah, like there is good physical moves, especially since the physical special split, like Gen 4 and all that. The lower special defense is not great. That's a little scary. Because although I did give myself an exception for starters, I do want to keep Cyndaquil. Oh, you're wearing the running shoes. They make you feel like you are flying, don't they? But beware of wild Pokemon and trainers when you run. The noise will attract them. Okay. Oh wait, now I gotta go inside first. Yeah, Flamey will be very nice. People usually come to my house looking for Mr. Pokemon's house. You did meet to visit my house, right? How kind of you. Do you have any apricorns? Apricorn trees bear fruit once a day. I have one of those trees too. Apricorns are really something. You can make Pokeballs and other things. They are quite useful. I have a feeling this is meant to be. I'm so happy that I'll give you this. Oh, audio was a little confused for a second there. With that apricorn box, you can carry so many apricorns. You'll be a decent apricorn collector. Okay. I do wish there was a thing, like one of the randomizer quality of life settings was to shorten the apricorn like animation thing. Because that is a little bit of a pain. An antidote? A Pokemon can use its moves as long as the move still has PP. When a move has no PP remaining, the Pokemon cannot use that move. Then you should take your Pokemon to the Pokemon Center. I will be making that joke constantly. A Weedle. I'm gonna readjust a couple volumes real quick. Is that better? There you go. I have like 17 different volume things. So I have to go through each of them to make sure that like all of them are set the right way so that I hear good volume and the stream hears good volume. I like a few streams, I think it was like a couple weeks ago. I tried Dr. Pepper Blackberry for the first time on stream. It's very good. Very, very highly recommended. Very wonderful. Not sponsored, but looking. But I had the horrifying realization, like the next week that I went to Walmart for groceries, that they stopped stocking it for like 2 or 3 weeks, which is sad because it's a really nice flavor. It's very like. It's very sweet, but it's also got like a little bit of bitterness to it, and it's a good flavor. Stop! I want a soda now. So like there was a few weeks where I was like just very depressed because like I finally found a variation of the classic Dr. Pepper that I'm like not just cool with, but like I like a lot. They didn't have it, and then this past week they had like a little front sale clearance thing that had a bunch of cases of it. So I finally got another case, and I am ecstatic. It's so good. You must be North. It was I who sent an email to Professor Elm earlier. All I can think of is that one Bowser image. It is I who nuts to that. Hold on. I have to find this because I should among the other images that I have just like saved as sources, it is I who nuts to that should definitely be one of them. This image. He was like, it was I who sent the email. All I could think of was, it is I who nuts to that. Here, we'll put this down in the corner. Oh, that fits perfectly. And then we have it available for whenever we need it. I forget what the other two are. Ah, yes. we have the Arcanine of good vibes as well. We'll put this in the top corner. Anyways. This is what I wanted Professor Elm to examine. He gave me an egg. A friend of mine from Ekrutik gave it to me. I bet you can't find this kind of egg in Johto. I thought Professor Elm might be able to tell me what this is. He's the best when it comes to the research of Pokemon evolution. That's a quote from the famous Professor Oak. You are returning to Professor Elm? Here, your Pokemon should have some rest. I like how he's like, that's a quote from the very famous and very cool and massively great guy, Professor Oak. Oh, here he is now. And with that, I am Professor Oak, a Pokemon researcher. So, you're North. I was just visiting my friend, Mr. Pokemon. I heard you were running an errand for Professor Elm, so I waited here. Oh, what's this? A rare Pokemon. I see. You must be helping Professor Elm's research. I think I understand why why Professor Elm gave you that Pokemon. You will treat your Pokemon with love and care, it seems. Ha! You seem to be dependable. How would you like to help me out? See, this is the latest version of the Pokédex. It automatically records data on Pokemon you've seen or caught. It's a high-tech encyclopedia. I'd like you to have it. I don't know why I decided that Professor Oak sounds like a serial killer, but we're here now. Go meet many kinds of Pokemon and complete that Pokédex, but I stayed too long. I have to get to Goldenrod for my usual radio show. North, I have a feeling that this is not the last time we will meet. Let's exchange numbers, just to be on the safe side. Goodbye. Sorry to trouble you, having you go back and forth, but please make sure to hand it to Professor Elm. Hello? North? It's a disaster. It's just terrible. What should I do? Oh no. Please get back here now! Okay. We zoom in. I do want to try to get Ember before we do the rival battle. Because I think Ember should be pretty early on, right? I also only just now, after doing most of that first playthrough, we were definitely going to lower this volume a little bit. I thought the audio is just like a little too present. I realized like today, after doing most of that one Nuzlocke and a couple other personal Nuzlocks, that there is a Nuzlocke tracker that is really good for just like comparing movesets to like the movesets of the stuff you have to like bosses and gym leaders and stuff like that. And then it will also track everything for you. And like I already have a thing set up, but Ember is level 10. No. It's okay. We'll still get a couple levels, and then we'll hopefully out-tackle it. Why is it level 10? It's so far up. But yeah, we need to... the goal is... Cyndaquil will get us through Bugsy really easily. We don't necessarily have a good response for Falkner, but I don't think Falkner is going to be like... it's not going to have like advantage against most of what we have. But then Whitney, who is a little scary, I will fully admit, but not that scary. We will have a fighting type. I guarantee it. For sure. For Whitney, there are a couple fighting types that we can get, including a Heracross that we can potentially get in Azalea if we do things right. So we need to do everything we can to... Fighting type will absolutely save you from rollout. Godspeed, soldier. Rollout's not that bad. You have type advantage. You get a couple levels up. It's fine. Everything will be perfectly fine. I did see apparently the mill tank does also have something that lets it hit ghost types, which is a little scary. Like it's got its ability is like fuck you ghost types or something. I was reading through like just tips on how to do a yes, it's pure evil. I was reading through tips on how to do a SoulSilver NationLocke because I've never fully played through this game, let alone attempted NationLocke of it. Which means my first time attempting it, being a part of a larger series, is probably not a smart idea. But it will be very funny for content, so that's why we're doing it. But it's basically like look out for Whitney, look out for the fight with Team Rocket, like the Giovanni at the end, and then obviously like the Elite Four and all that. Those are like the big ones. Please come back anytime. We're almost ready to actually begin. Who is this man? You got a Pokemon at the lab. What a waste. That's a Pokemon that's too good for a wimp like you. Don't you get what I'm saying? Well, I too have a good Pokemon. I'll show you what I mean. Hello, guy. Passerby boy. I do love Totodile. It does make me sad that I can't really use Totodile for this run. Because like I would love to use a Totodile. We outspeed it, so we will probably win, which means we'll get that sweet. Ooh, it did stop for Leer. You're doing okay for someone weak. Haha, this fool stopping to Leer a bunch. Please, Cynical, please. We need to kill it faster. Kill it right now. Yes, thank you. Like, it doesn't technically matter, but the XP boost is nice, and I also don't want to have to say that I was beaten by a random guy who definitely won't have a pertinent name. Do you want to know who I am? I'm going to be the world's greatest Pokemon trainer. Yeah, Typhlosion really is just better for most gyms. Yeah. It basically, because like Bugsy would otherwise be kind of a problem. It would definitely be a problem if I went for Chikorita, which I probably wouldn't anyways. And like a lot of the typings that I have to get to cover for Totodile would be a problem when we get to Bugsy. So it's just... Cynical's just all around good choice, I think. Give it back! That's my trainer card. Oh no, you saw my name. I think you know what I'm gonna have to end up naming him, Eli. I hope you are prepared. Look at that perfect pathing. Yeah, Fred. Of course, yeah. I famously have a friend named Fred that I play Pokemon with, and who I have a pseudo-friendly rivalry with. Who are you? We are investigating the case of the missing Pokemon here. Rule number 1. Whoever did it will come back to the site. Oh my, so you must be the one who did it? I I love that thought process. Hold on a second. He has nothing to do with it. I saw it. There was a red-haired boy looking into that building. Yeah, I talked to him too. What? You battled a boy like that? He must be the one who did it. Did you happen to get his name? Yeah. His name was Eli. Or would you prefer? Do you want my rival to be Elias or Eli? I'll give you the choice. Elias. Yes, we gotta have the full proper formal name. we are not his friend. We are rivals, so it's we don't get to call him Eli. I see. So Elias was his name. Yes. Thanks for helping my investigation. My next assignment is to search for this red-haired individual. When I kick your ass, it'll be formal. Yes. And when you get arrested, they will have a formal name to put on the warrant. North, I'm glad they understand you are innocent. See you later. Okay. North, this is terrible. Oh yes, but what was Mr. Pokemon's big discovery? This egg may be something I've never seen. Still, it's just an egg. Mr. Pokemon is always fascinated by eggs. Well, since he gave it to us, we might as well find out what secret it holds. I'll keep it for a while to find out about the egg. What? Oh, gave you a Pokedex? North, is that true? That's incredible! He was superb at seeing the potential of people as trainers. Wow, North, I knew you were a little different. Things are going to be fun. Your Pokemon seems to really like you, so why don't you take the Pokemon Gym Challenge? If you manage to defeat all the gym leaders, you'll eventually challenge the Pokemon League champion. Or not! You could die, or fail, or 1,000 other terrible possibilities. Becoming the champion is not at all easy, but you can certainly challenge Violet City's gym. North. Challenging the gyms scattered around will be a long journey. Before you leave, make sure that you talk to your mom. Okay. They'll never convict! I do love how like 15 different people have been like, hey kid, you like proving yourself? Here's a quest that will take your entire life. Hi mom! So you're leaving on an adventure. Okay! I hope you do. But what can I do for you? I know. Every time you receive prize money, I'll save some of it for you. On a long journey, money is important. Do you want me to save your money for you? Sure. Okay, I'll take care of your money. Be careful. Pokemon are your friends. When you work as a team, you can accomplish anything. Now go on. Alright. It's nearly time. North, you can catch wild Pokemon with Pokeballs. Follow me. I do wish in the randomizers that the Meryl would like switch to the Pokemon that she actually has. It'd be cool to see her being followed around by a Giratina. Just like that! Huh? Was I too fast? I'll try again. Come this way. Rat! So if I remember correctly, I've been looking over my notes. I think I do need to catch a Rattata as early as I can. Because if I can catch a Rattata here, I can get a Ghastly in Sprout Tower. Or at least the Ghastly in Sprout Tower will be guaranteed. Whereas right now it's just a maybe. I think, hold on. Let me make sure I'm not talking to my ass. Yeah, it should just be rats. Rats and ghasts. See? Just like that. It's better to lower your target's HP more than I did, or make it sleep or something. You can try all kinds of things to see what works. I'll give you these. Good luck. And now, it begins. See you. Bye. Alright. It is time for rat. Let me pull up my spreadsheet. So our starter was Cyndaquil. And then Route 29, I believe this is. What do we get? What are we getting? Not a rat! It's a Sentret. That's okay. Oh, he didn't... The professor didn't heal me. Well, that's a lot of damage. I guess we are lovely. I should be a little more careful with that. Now, see, Sentret is exactly a good example of what I was talking about with the National Dex thing. Because Sentret, ordinarily, I would absolutely use as death fodder. I don't love its evolution. I like how it looks a lot. I just don't like how it's not amazing. Normal types always have a little bit of a problem. It stands on its tail so it can see a long way. If it spots an enemy, it cries loudly to warn its kind. But at the same time, Sentret is it's not a Pokemon that's going to be coming up a ton later on. There's not a lot of points that you can get it. It's a good stellar name for Sentret. I feel like Pluto. Cause she's just a little guy. She's just a little guy, little Disney. Sentret. I would have liked to get a Pidgey as well. That also would have been nice for the, I guess I can fight it. Just punch it. Aw, Pluto. You were also gonna say Pluto, yes! That or EO. It's gotta be one of the little ones. Like Ganymede. I feel like Ganymede has to be a bird. Speaking of which, I just remembered that there's another thing I must do in a moment. Because one of my favorite Pokemon is a possibility in the upcoming routes. Getting a Gaslight Sprout Tower would also be very nice. But both of those require night time, so we're gonna switch the time. Also, I'm going to make sure to save, because that's the kind of thing I would forget. But yeah, I've recently been getting back into Elite Dangerous. It's like a space flight sim type of thing. And my current big project is trying to make an insane amount of money. And so to do that is to... Well, there's a few different good ways to do it. A friend of mine and I argue about it a lot. But the best way to do it, in my opinion, is exploration. So I'm currently flying to the center of the galaxy little bit by little bit. Which means I've been passing through a lot of sectors, which means I have a lot of like cluster names in my head. We should look at what Sentret has, actually. Because if it is just Foresight, that is going to be a massive pain in the ass. It does have Scratch, okay. Cannot lose accuracy, that's cool. Ups attack, or special... Has the same nature. Somewhat of a clown and mischievous. That's a good pairing. I'm sure that will never come back to hurt us. So what we're going to quickly do is a little thing called adjusting the time. Do not set time automatically. I know you think it is 1:45 in the afternoon, but actually what it really is 9:45 at night. Whoa, so much time suddenly passed while the Be Right Back screen was open. Now, technically ideally what we want here is rat. But I mean, if I happen to get a hoodoo, you know, that wouldn't be a bad. I wouldn't be upset. Okay, rat is fine. Rat is perfectly fine. Go Pluto. We will switch to Nebula because we do not want Pluto to get killed. Yeah, one thing I realized the more I think about it is that this set of rules that I've set for myself does mean that the Geodude line having self-destruct is actually viable now. Because I like Geodude is in pretty much every game. It's always really easy to get. So having a bomb that I can just retrieve later is not a bad idea. Living wherever there is food available, it ceaselessly scavenges for edibles the entire day. For edibles? Give a name to Rattata. I feel like EO, if we find anything that's more like bovine, we should call it EO for the double reference. Also now it shows the volume is so much lower and it's not that. If I turn that up and then turn my headset down. I don't know, we'll figure it out. The audio is just weird. We could call it, it needs to be like a small, we'll call it Deimos. I feel like that's a scary name for a rat, and it's like a joke in itself. Let me sort through my 1,400 different windows to find the spreadsheet. So rat 30 was a Rattata. Which is a good catch. I'm a little disappointed that it's not that's not Hoodoo, but Rat 2. Oh, don't not escape me. No, thank you. I am eternally scared. If we ever, like, whenever we start running into Raticates, I am going to cower. I will be afraid. There's actual trainers up here. I should go back and heal instead of pushing on. I guess I don't really need to run, but I don't want to get into a protracted fight because that tackle is still doing a decent bit of damage. Because Nebula's defense sucks. It'll hopefully get better, but so yeah, I get the feeling it will take me a little while to like fully complete the whole mega run, but and they'll give me plenty to do for a very long time. And I can get the classic Twitch streamer slash what up my boy? Oh, look at he. Look at he. That's a good boy. It'll give me the classic Twitch streamer slash YouTuber situation of people constantly yelling about me for not completing long-running series. We will run. We will not stay here. Da 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 da. Rat. I should train with these a little bit more. Hoot Hoot Supremacy, yes! I know Noctowl's not technically amazing, but I will make it work. I know I technically should be training against these a little bit more, but I don't want everyone to be low when I get to the trainers. So we're just gonna run through. Because we can come back and switch train a bit once we're at the next city. And we don't have to worry about trainers. But yeah. Hoodoo, especially, I want to make sure... At the end, I will have a Hoodoo, no matter what it takes. We don't need to use a potion. I just lost, so I'm trying to find more Pokemon. Wait, you look weak. Come on, let's battle. You fool, Joey! You have a rat! We will see how much Scratch does. Not bad. Since he's tail whipping, we are going to switch, but... And then a big tackle. What? Nobody leveled up from that? That was 24? That's a big number. Yeah, you can have my number. You're a Pokemon trainer, right? Then you have to battle. Man, I wish people would stop telling me what I gotta do. Mikey. Pidgey. Pluto. Scratch the shit out of the bird. Yeah. That's good damage. Nice, we'll learn Defense Girl. And then we'll switch out for the rat. We'll send in our own rat. Our rat is better. It's named Deimos. I can fuck with that. I forget what happens if we both use move with priority. Yeah, see, mine is immediately better. Yeah. I've been spotted. Instead of a bug, I found a trainer. No, I'm still a bug. My guess is it's based off your speed stat then. That would make sense. Bonk. Bonk. Even after two layers of slowing speed, we were still outspeeding it. It's gotta be sad. We'll switch. I think Pluto can take care of a Caterpie on its own. We are gonna push in it, but oh no, I'm slow. Beautiful. I believe that's all the trainer battles before the city. This is Route 31. This is the time. This is the place. This is the world we live in. And these are the hands. No, there is trainers over there, isn't there? There's only like one. These are hands we're given over. Bellsprout is fine, I guess. Guess I can turn that into Onyx. Although Bellsprout, I feel like Bellsprout's probably going to be the better choice anyways. It's not going to be super useful for a while, but Onyx is another one that I'm going to be able to get in like pretty much every game, so I'm not super panicked about finding one. It's a big sucker. We will call you Neutron. I don't want to call it Black Hole because it's not like that. It's not that level of like powerful and scary, but like it's kind of dense, I guess. Bellsprout. And then we will be able to get... There's a Hoodoo next! I could have had Hoodoo. Why couldn't you have just been a little more forward, Hoodoo? Oh, Phoebe! That's also good. That'll be... Whatever I catch next will be a Phoebe. We can technically go into Dark Cave. I'm not going to do that just yet. Actually, we'll wait until we go to the thing to fight the trainer. Neutron is good. It's star name. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Phoebe's. I'm pretty sure this star is called Phoebe. Before we do the rest of the trainer fights, so I want to get the rest of our encounters so we can start leveling everyone. Seeing what level our full team is going to be at. Oh, hello, Lyra. I knew it was you, North. Hey, oh, how did you get past me? Here's something neat for surprising me. Versus recorder. I tripped on all my words. It can record your Pokemon battles. I have to go now. Let's go, Meryl. Bye. But first, I need to get to Sprout Tower quickly because it is messing with my head, seeing the time as 10 p.m. and it not being that dark out. So I need to do that quick. The route to the south we can also do. I should buy more Pokeballs first, though. So the route to the south should also have a possibility of getting Hoodoo. Thank you. Bye-bye. I am going to confirm that we can get Hoodoo there first, before we actually go walking into the thing. So that is... oh, jeez. So that's Route 32. SoulSilver Route 32. What? Apparently you cannot. you apparently cannot get a Hoodoo here, but you can get a Wooper or a Mareep. Mareep would actually be really, really good. That would be amazing. That's just instantly getting through Falconer. Wooper is also good. I do like Wooper. When does Wooper learn a water type move? Immediately. Okay. We're not keeping Nebula in. Except everyone's kind of Pluto. Ampharos is so good, yeah. Ooh. What if we just throw a ball at it? Yeah, it's hard to beat Wooper's typing. Yeah! I'm also now realizing Wooper's typing is also bad for me because of that. Neutral, half level, but also type advantage. Neutron will be fine. Also, I have to go to work soon, so I'm going to have to scram. Good luck. Thank you. Have fun at work, or do the best you can to have fun at work. That's quad. That's quad. But we're half level. But it's quad. That's half level. We'll go for it. We're just gonna go for it. So I don't think we're gonna be able to catch it at full health. Yeah, perfect. Just take the water gun, please and thank you. Perfect, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Everything perfection. We're gonna give it the Premier Ball. I like Wooper a lot. Promise not to kill customers. Don't make promises you can't keep. What should we name the... I said I would name the next thing I get Phoebe, so we name it Phoebe. So I spell it right? Bay-obey? Obey? It's my bae, but it's also a foe. Okay, this is already a decent looking team. We already have the main typings. We'll note on the thing that Route 32, I misspelt it 4 times. Whooper. And then we'll go and do the Sprout Tower counter. What time do we have on the stream? Hour and a half. Depending on how far we get, we might also do Sprout Tower. Maybe. We'll see. We'll probably get to the actual the Faulkner fight. We'll probably do that next time. The other big thing that I'm trying to do a little bit more is stream at consistent times. I'll probably do like just twice weekly. Do like Resident Evil some days and Pokemon some others. Maybe some scattered other ones. We should talk to everyone, actually. Trying to get immersed here. A battle sprout over 100 feet tall. People say that it became the middle pillar here. See the pillar shaking? People are training upstairs. Sprout Tower was built long ago as a place for Pokemon training. Only those who reach the top will receive a wonderful move. Alright, so Sprout Tower, we are basically guaranteed a Ghastly. There we go. Now, slight problem that we do have is that Ghastly is going to be immune to all of our normal moves. That shouldn't one-shot it. We'll do it again. Never mind. The fact that it has Hypnosis, though, is really nice. That is very good for our future catching prospects. Damn. Don't. Ew, no. Ew, pervert. We're going to try to hit it with one more water gun. Oh, there we go. Is in the yellow, so now we can do this. Get in the ball! No! No! Stop putting me to sleep! No more! There we go. Sprout Tower? Ghastly. Its body is made of gas. That's why we call it Ghastly. What are some named black holes? Because I know the one in... the one in Interstellar was called Gargantua, but I don't think this is a Gargantua. Is there any that aren't? There's only like 2 that don't have string names. Call it Cygnus. Cygnus is a good name. Technically, the black hole is called Cygnus X1, but okay. Don't give me another Ghastly. Don't give me another one. Okay, I know I said I wanted one, but that does not mean you need to give me 2. Also, like Sagittarius, I feel like would also be a good name for a Pokemon, but not for a Ghastly. I want to get ahead of the accusations that I'm not actually not a history nerd, a space nerd. I don't know why I defaulted to history there. I want to get ahead of any accusation that I'm not a space nerd. I do know that there is a very well-known black hole with a name. Sagittarius is just not a good... It's not a good name for a Pokemon. Well, it's not a good name for a Ghastly, I should say. There's other Pokemon there. You know what I mean. Do we want to do Ruins of Alph now? Let me check on what we can get down there. We can get... Okay, so we can get a Nadu. But if we Rock Smash... If we wait to get... Well... Because if we wait to get Rock Smash, we can get Geodude. And Geodude will be very good against Miltank. But Natsu might be good in the time before then. And frankly, probably just generally pretty good. We'll poke around a bit. Because if there's any rocks that we can get to without getting an encounter, we can maybe save that for after the gym fight. And if not, Union Cave, we can also get a Geodude, if we're lucky. And we do also have plans for if we can't get Geodude. We should talk to the people before we actually go anywhere. There are odd patterns drawn on the walls of the ruins. They must be the keys for unraveling the mystery of the ruins. The ruins are about 1,500 years old. That's all we know about them. But it's not known why they were built or by whom. Bravo! A promising youth who is about to start the journey of archaeology has just arrived. Let me spin for you. What? Just a visitor? Oh, I see. Yeah, I'm excited for nothing. I can do some archaeology. I'll art some theology. I'll arc some E's until theyology. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to get to any rocks without triggering an encounter. This is a big room, but there's nothing here. Is there an item? This place has a mystical quality to it. Or a historic quality. Or an eerie quality. Yeah, I get it. There's a quality, TM. We might be able to get... Well, we're not obviously not going to be able to rock smash, but we might be able to get to a smashable rock when we come back. The ruins have not been robbed nor tampered with, no graffiti either. Things are well preserved. Something here must make people feel they should preserve it. Well... Well, I guess we're going for Jew, dude, because nothing spawned. Welcome to this chamber. We are reconstructing ancient Pokemon stone panels. You can rotate stone panel pieces. If you touch a piece inside it, you can move it around. I think we should be... I don't... Are we able to... It's Kabuto! How do we rotate? Wait, no, this goes... There! I did the puzzle! It's Kabuto! Oh! Oh! Hi! Did you just come down from above? So you must have solved the stone panel puzzle! That is wonderful. You seem to have some talent with archaeology. I will give you this unknown report. It records unknown as you capture them. I'm sure it'll come in handy. Well, I'm sure that would be very handy if I was able to capture an unknown. That's not an ancient Pokemon, that's just a Rhyhorn. There we go, there's our encounter. Is it going to be unknown? Eee! Well. What? Is unknown just normal type? It's not just, it's like psychic, right? Yeah, it's psychic. Which is pretty good. It's not bad. Oh, it only has hidden power. Good. It's good for posterity. Oh, does it have grass? Not grass. Does it have water hidden power? We'll try to catch it quickly before it becomes a problem. Never mind. Okay, we will switch in Wooper. No matter what hidden power that is, Wooper should be able to not die from it. Haha, it's water. I mean, we have to water gun it. I guess it's a good backup if we ever need, for whatever reason, need a water move on a psychic Pokemon. I think it might have been better if we waited, though. Oh, what am I doing? I meant to catch. That's fine. That's fine. Everything's fine. Its flat, thin body is always stuck on walls. Its shape appears to have some meaning. It's an unknown space phenomena mystery. Because we know about black holes. We know. Can name it WoW after the WoW signal. That'd be cool. You know what? Sure. We'll name it WoW. Not WoW. Wow. Da 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 da. Nebula is still very low. We're gonna use a potion before we do anything else. We're gonna make sure it doesn't die to the hidden power. Huh. So that's also hidden power. We'll put Phoebe in front. And then we will run. We probably could have run to begin with. I just didn't want to take the chance of it not letting me run. Oh, there's so many unknowns now. Was that just misunderstanding on where not two could have spawned? Oh, and everybody's gone now. Everyone went away. So I think that's all the encounters we can get. Oh, there were rocks up here! And then we could get to the thing. I see. If I hadn't been so quick. Yeah, I presume that we maybe should have left that, because I don't think Unknown's really going to help us with much. Unknown's not really a great... It's good to get now, but there's going to be other chances we can get Unknown. There's a cave where it's the only option in Diamond, Pearl, Platinum. That's okay. I guess that does like ensure that we don't. Gosh, there's nowhere else that we can even catch it anyways. It literally cannot learn anything besides hidden power. It's not great. Thank you for waiting. We've started your Pokemon to full health. Please come back anytime. Maybe I'll see if there's a reward for Witnessing all the unknown types. But I think we have a good solid team here. I don't know how easy. Well, Phoebe can dunk on Faulkner pretty hard. We'll have to spend some time training Phoebe so that it'll be ready to take on. So it'll be ready to take on Faulkner. We'll have to do that like somewhere else besides Sprout Tower because it's all going to be Bell Sprouts. But yeah, how are we doing for time? Okay. Well, we'll continue. Maybe we'll do Sprout Tower. We'll get to the top and then we'll go back. Because I believe pretty much everything. Pretty much everything there should be within what we can do. I don't think anything in Sprout Tower is really gonna. Yeah, it's. They do have hoodoots at the end. That's okay. Yeah, we'll do that real quick, and then we'll probably call that for the day. The lady next to me has a fucked up face. Oh, it's actually kind of scary. Ooh, I don't like that. I really don't like that. Let's move on. Let's move on quickly. However hard we battle, the tower will stand strong. Level 3. Yeah, this should get leveled up very quickly. This is the main concern is we want Cyndaquil. We don't want to switch. We want Cyndaquil to be able to Ember as quickly as possible, so we have an easy way to defeat the Elder. After that, we can start switch training. I don't think we're gonna level up the Sentret and the Rattata very much. Because the more I think about it, like I don't. They're good to catch for Dupe's Claws. I don't think I get much use out of training them though, especially when we already have a team that's really solid. I think we're just gonna put them to the side. Like, obviously we'll keep them around, because, I mean, despite everything I said, Death Fodder is still Death Fodder, but, I'll put Wooper up front so we can switch train, because they're only ever gonna have, like, Vine Whip. Sage Chow! I do like how Wooper looks back at us. Like, hello! No, not Pluto. Nebula. Put Nebula out. Because that way we can switch train both of them. Nice. That's so close. Just give me the extra inch. Just give me an inch. It's okay. But yeah, if we get Wooper big now, we can switch train the other two on our way. Neutron will frankly have a good time against most of what will be in the cave. And then Ghastly, we have a lot of time to level up until it's super necessary. Dang, that's so much damage. And there's our Ember. Now, just to make sure that Ember hits well, we're gonna test that real quick. Beautiful. Absolutely perfect. Thank you. And we're also gonna we should potion. Like I saw that as if it's like oh, and another thing, but it's just I need to make sure to potion before we go any further. Da 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 da. There's a rat in the building. Da 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 da. We can have Wooper kick its ass. Because we need Wooper to be big. Wooper never mind, because that's gonna take too long. It's gonna take too long, so we're just gonna... It's still a wild Pokemon too, so I don't really want to focus too much on training with wilds. Just for, like, strength training. Yeah, strength. I sway like leaves on the wind. Bellsprout. We could honestly probably beat a Bellsprout, considering the level advantage, but... And also considering the fact that our Bellsprout didn't kill Wooper, but... Burn! Switch Pokemon! Go back to Phoebe! It would be a lot easier to like train Wooper against like an actual things that can fight, but we don't have any of that right now, so we're just gonna Ember. Ember. Amber. We're not trying to get a Aerodactyl! Aerodactyl's what's up. Switch. Phoebe. Da, 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 da. Da 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 da. One thing we're all gonna have to get very used to is me just humming stuff. Level 7! Wow! Oh, yep. I train to find enlightenment in Pokemon. Me too, man. That's definitely for sure why we all... That's why we all train, really. Oh, level 6! That's gonna be so much XP! Da 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 da. Oh, that's enough for Nebula, apparently. And then we go up here. And then we fight this guy. The Elders TM lights even pitch black darkness. Maybe we'll make Rattata a HM slave. Hello! Clay VGC. Love this game. Waves, by the way. Yeah! Good game. Oh, is it overlay? No, it's in the right spot. I think I gotta adjust how the overlay sits on the screen because the some of the text on screen is getting cut off. We'll fix that. But yes, how are you? How are you, Clay? It's fun. How are you playing it? Do you mean just like how am I playing it on stream? If so, through an emulator. But if you mean like how do I like it, it's good. Yeah. This isn't technically like well, this is my first time playing like normal SoulSilver. I played randomizers a bunch. Doing very well. Just woke up. Like NationLocking or oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. I am doing a type of NationLocke that I'm sure I haven't technically invented, but that I have been coining as a NationLocke. So a bunch of subsequent NationLockes. So this is the very first one. I'm going to see how it goes. But yes, I am NationLocking. The team that we have so far is looking pretty decent. We're not super hurting for typing, but hello Arrow as well. Hello. Have fun. So when you beat it, you can name it after yourself. Yeah. Yeah, hopefully if yes, hello Arrow. Hopefully if I beat it, I can be the one if I finish the NationLocke, that is, I can be the one to coin it, and I can go down in history as the one to invent the thing. You get repo, yes we play? Or are you saying if are you saying you've been playing Repo a bunch? I think I saw on the on my notifications that you were streaming it a bunch earlier with Ella. Fight this guy. Let me see how much you trust your Pokemon. Oh, you're saying I should get Repo? I have been thinking about it. It does look really good. Right on! I'm gonna hang out for a bit in the background. Yep, feel free. It is all vibes here. But yeah, I haven't, I've seen like a few videos on Repo. I haven't like, I haven't looked into it a ton though. How is it? Is it like pretty good? Enjoyable? Let's kill this Bellsprout. Get it out of here. Throw it out the window. Phoebe's getting big. So this will be a good chance to see if Phoebe does well against flying types. I love it. It's $10. We got Dragon to get it. Ooh. Yeah, see the Bison might soon as well. Ooh. That is the best way to get me to play one of those like open-ended horror games is telling me that Dragon got it. Because like watching him freak out at stuff in games like that is incredibly fun. But yeah, so like I've from what I've seen, it's like it looks a lot like Phasmo. Is that? It's not scary to be honest. Is it like kind of similar idea with Phasmo? I know you're like collecting stuff, and that stuff has value, and you're trying not to damage it. But I don't know a whole lot else beyond that. Oh, Lethal Company. Yeah, that's what I meant. Don't put me to sleep. No. We'll just keep water gunning. We'll kill it eventually. Just like that. Whooper is too powerful. Hey, you said it's not like not particularly scary. It's just kind of, I imagine, more like tense than scary. Come on, Phoebe, you can wake up. You can do it. Please wake up. I really don't want to have to use a potion. Okay. Yeah, for $10, I'd be down to get it. There we go. We woke up. And then I can possibly stream it for people. I do like for a while I've mostly been streaming like Pokemon and stuff, but I do want to get back into streaming horror games and co-op stuff. I have very fond memories of streaming DBD with Dragon and Eli. I also like the upgrades. Oh, you mean like the visuals and stuff? That took a lot of iterating. You showed us what you've got, and it is indeed good. Take this technical machine. However, you should care more about your Pokemon. The way you treat your Pokemon can be too harsh. Remember, Pokemon are not tools of war. Ha! And he calls himself the Elder, but he was no match for me. Sure enough, those who lecture how you can be nice to Pokemon, they cannot defeat me. All I care about are strong Pokemon that win every time. The rest of them don't mean anything to me. And then he escaped. After each round you shop and play more Pokemon. There he goes. Yeah, I've been enjoying the playthroughs I've been doing lately for Pokemon. Both the ones I've been doing on stream and the ones with Eli. Oh. Hey, excuse me, Mr. Village Elder, I need to sorry, Mr. Village Elder, I gotta fight a rat real quick. So I forgot to hit that fellow. Oh, thank you! Thank you very much, Clay. Very much appreciated. We're gonna, you know what? I'm just gonna kill the rat. Destroy the rat. You follow! Woo! We're gonna have a little celebration. Clap my hands a bunch. in the same way that that Drawfee is on that 2 million crawl, I am on that 50 follow crawl. Alright, we are already here. I don't think I need to potion. I think we're all good. Yeah. We're looking fine. I don't really want to... Now we can still switch training. So good of you to come here. Sprout Tower is a place of training. People and Pokemon test their bonds to build a bright future together. I am the final test. Allow me to check the ties between you and your Pokemon. Elder Lee. So, I know, Mr. Lee, that you are trying to be this big final dramatic boss, but I have a little thing called napalm. We can switch on that, because I believe you should still be able to take care of it. For everybody that has joined the stream, we are... I have a very set plan for getting through the early stages of this game. Don't put me to sleep immediately. That's rude. Oh, and then growling. Don't do that. So basically, we need Phoebe to be strong to be able to take out Falkner, because flying types against ground types not going to be super powerful. Don't, you bastard! You absolute bastard! So we need Phoebe to be strong for Falkner. Our Cyndaquil we're going to need strong for Bugsy. So it says nap time! Enjoy your nap. Sleep well. And dream of collecting many bits of scrap metal. We will burn the sprout. Burn the sprout, burn the sprout, burn the sprout. Getting Mudshot is nice. Oh, nap time for Wooper, I see. Yes. No, Phoebe never sleeps. Has never slept on the job. has never slept on the job. Never goes to sleep. Always wide awake. Phoebe, please? Maybe can you... There we go. Yeah, see? Always awake. Always powerful. Phoebe. Phoebe, please. Phoebe, kill. Yeah, it is a little bit more damage than I was hoping for, but... I guess it is technically rock type, not ground type. That's good against flying. Phoebe, we just talked about this. We just talked about this, bud. Slowly but surely, we're getting there. Little bit by little bit. No! Phoebe, please! Okay. Okay, I get it. You want to take a nap. Everyone wants to sleep. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. We're allowed to take a nap. Maybe wake up. Maybe wake up. Maybe wake up, please. Yes! Yes! Powerful! Never goes to sleep. Never sleeps. Always awake. Ah, excellent. The way you battle is quite elegant. You should be able to stand up to Faulkner, and should be able to make good use of this. TM7D. Flash. Sure. So the fact that Whooper wasn't like, I was kind of hoping that the typing would help against flying types a fair bit, but that was a lot more back and forth than I was hoping for. We might go do the Dark Cave encounter. I'm also trying to keep the escape rope. We might do the Dark Cave encounter because I am allowing myself to treat static and guaranteed Pokemon as separate. So I can still get Lapras later. Lapras. I think my pronunciation of Lapras is heavily influenced by taking advanced math courses where Laplace is a thing you have to say a lot. But yeah, we might go see what we can get in the Dark Cave, if we can get like a Geodude. That'll be very good. If not, we might grab Onyx. Which won't be quite as good. It'll get us through Faulkner, but it'll be less good for Whitney. So let me make sure Dark Cave has Dark Cave, SoulSilver. Okay, so it does definitely have Geodude. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, we'll go do that, and then that might be where we call it for the stream for today. Wooper's a cute little dude. Yes, Wooper's so adorable. Like Wooper's whole, like Wooper's line in like the earlier Wooper line, like Wooper Quagsire, and then the more recent, like the muddy, like the extra muddy Wooper Quagsire, whose names I cannot remember from the more recent games. All of it is just, it's perfect. They're all so adorable. They're so perfect. Let's go see if we can catch a Geodude. Because if we can get a dude, then first gym is going to be super easy. Beautiful. Beautiful. We don't really have a good way to hurt it, so we are just going to throw Pokeballs at it. I'm cooking, then Hope and I are going to stream Repo again. If you think you would like to join, I'm going to try to summon Dragonfly too. That would depend a lot on how big Repo is of a download. There's a good chance I won't be able to get it done today, but I'll definitely see about getting it. And see if small. Okay. Yeah, I'll let you know how. Like if it takes like too long or whatever. If you just want to like DM me and I'll see if it's done by then. Do a fun a fun evening of a bit of drinking in Repo. We don't really want to send Nebula out. We don't really want to send Cygnus out either, really. Would my shot kill it? Fair. Talk to you later. Ooh, a drink. Yes. Yeah, we'll see how close it is to being downloaded. So I do have like fantastically bad internet here. We'll try one more ball first. I think you might be able to survive a mud shot, but it's stab. If it just sounds tackle, we can maybe... We'll see if Nebula can take it. Because the normal move shouldn't hurt it too bad. And we've got high enough level that it can't hurt us too bad. Perfect! Perfect, perfect, perfect! And we just gotta get down to yellow. Don't defense curl. That is a bad thing to do. Don't miss, Nebula! If either of you in the chat would like to name this Geodude, we've been sticking with a space theme, but since you both stopped by, you are welcome to shout out a name if you would like. The simple fact that we got a Geodude is really, it's very nice. Because of the fact that we need Geodude both for Faulkner and for potentially for Whitney a few gyms down the line. That's like the big thing that I'm worrying about early game is Whitney's Miltank is going to kick my ass. What should we name it? What ideas are we working with? Name it Haley, as in Haley's Comet. Unless we get some ideas from the chat, that might be what I go with. Going once! Going twice! Sold. The Haley. But yeah, if you guys do ever have like ideas, Roxy, I saw like the message like pop up like the instant the instant I had hit the accept. I forget that I'm also working on a bit of a delay, but I will promise you, Clay, the next Pokemon we get, Haley's Comet, S tier name, yes, thank you. I'll promise you the next one we get will be Roxy. Yeah, so we got Rock Ground for Faulkner. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. It is also, it's not like, it's probably not just on your end. Most streams usually have like a delay. It's usually like a few seconds, even just like with really good internet. What I should do, what I might do is, I'll see, because I know that there's like bots that you can have to like send messages periodically in the chat. Maybe I will see if I can do something like that and then make like a spreadsheet for like name suggestions. That might be a good idea. So that way, if like you ever stop, like there's ever you or obviously other people, if anybody's ever like stopping by in chat and it's like, ooh, I have a good idea for a name, we could put that in there, and then I don't know. We'll see if we can find some like reward for having a name that's picked or something. Please come back anytime. In our previous Leaf Green playthrough, we had a tradition of signing off each stream sitting at a bench in the Pokemon Center, but this time we do not have a bench to sit at, so we're just gonna stand in the center. Let's hope that helped. But yeah. So we will... I'm hoping to have like a more regular schedule with these streams soon. Hopefully I will definitely be doing a playthrough of the Resident Evil franchise sometime soon. I will hopefully also be able to. I'm thinking probably like 2 days each week. We'll probably have like set stream times and then do like random ones. Also, like a sort of there, like throughout the week. You know what I mean? But yeah. So probably like end of week, whatever slot I end up deciding on will probably be for Pokemon. So it'll probably either be like Thursdays or Fridays normally. Obviously, feel free to check on the channel for schedule whenever I do get that set up. But and then sometime to like the beginning of the weeks, we'll probably do Resi / other horror game streams. Again, I'll have to figure out exactly when I want to do those. But yeah, we will be coming back to this. We will be doing more SoulSilver. I don't know. I don't think you were here, Clay, when I did the explanation of the national, like what the NationLocke is. So I did a very overly lengthy explanation at the very beginning, complete with a PowerPoint. But basic gist is that normally in NationLocke you once you do like catch a Pokemon. Somewhat, yes. Normally, once you catch a Pokemon, you have what's called a dupes clause. So basically, you're not able to catch that Pokemon again, even if you lose it. So if you catch a Pidgey at the beginning of the game, you can't catch a Pidgey later. The idea with the NationLocke is that we're going to be basically going through each region and doing a very similar thing where if we finished a previous game with a certain Pokemon still alive, that Pokemon can't be caught in that region, and then we're essentially trying to fill out as much of the national dex as possible. It's going to be a long time until I'm done with that. It's going to be a project, to say the least. That's what we're hoping to get done. Yeah, next time we'll fight Faulkner. We'll probably head down towards Azalea. Once we get to Azalea, I'll have to do a complicated process to ensure I get a Heracross, because we will need that later. And then we'll go from there. But for now, however, I have been Northern. This has been SoulSilver. Thank you all for stopping by and hanging out. It has been an enjoyable time. I think we've done a great job of... it's going to be a wild ride. I will be back. Good. I'd love to hear that. I'm very happy that the first stream of this playthrough has gone well. The first stream... I did a Leaf Green Nuzlocke recently. And pretty much the very first stream, I caught a Pidgey. I was super like, yes, I got this. I'm Pidgeot. Pidgeot's amazing. I love Pidgeot. Immediately got one shot by a Spearow, which was... I think that said a lot about the rest of that playthrough. So the fact that we have a pretty good team now, we have pretty good balance. We got good typing. I'm very excited to see how well this will go. But yes, I have been Northern. This has been SoulSilver. We'll see you all next time.